Just walking along with my flamethrower that has a strawberry and a tiara on it. I can't seem to remember why this is like this, but oh well.
Hey, Ripley.
Bah! 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 You scared me. You made me want to run the other direction as soon as you showed up.
Sorry about that, Ripley.
Back off!
Sorry.
Just
Sorry.
keep your distance.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah?
what are we talking about today?
Ripley, can I ask you a question?
You just did.
Can I ask you another question?
You just did.
Can I ask you another question?
You just did.
Can I ask you 2 more questions?
Yeah. You got one left.
Why do you have a strawberry with a tiara on your gun?
It's not a gun, first of all. It's a flame thrower.
Right.
I can melt your face at any second. Why? You know why?
Why?
Because I'm a badass. I'm a badass lady. In a movie. I was in a movie called Alien. I was in a movie called Aliens. I was also in a movie called Alien 3, which, you know, it's okay. It's split down the middle. Some people like it.
It was okay. I liked it. It wasn't bad. It was David Fincher's film directorial debut.
Yeah. It was, I had to shave it was very sad. Everybody was sad at the end of it.
I was happy.
You're just happy at all complete chaos and destruction and anarchy. That's what makes you happy. That's why this place is a mess. That's why we're roommates on this ship, the Nostromo, which was only in the first movie, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, you thrive in chaos. And that's why I want to thrive by melting your face.
But weren't you in other alien movies?
No.
I swear, there was a movie where there was like a giant baby alien.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I'm serious. There was one where there was a giant baby alien, and it was like your baby, and they were like,
Stop it.
and you were clones, and there were clones, and there was like a million clones of you.
Stop. Don't bring that up.
It was written by Joss Whedon. Why is your mouth open? It was written by Joss Whedon, and
Can you please not remind me of that movie, Alien Resurrection?
see, I told you. See, you knew that was the movie that you knew that you were in them.
Listen, I'd like to forget it. Okay? Back off.
All right, but some people like to forget Alien 3.
Listen, Alien 3, it's okay. It's different. It's different.
I liked it.
Hey, everybody. I'm Aristotle Full Throttle. You're watching the Aristotle Full Throttle program, and every day we start out with a weird sketch. Who knows where it's going to go? Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not. And, you know, most of the time, it's a sketch. Most of the time. Hey, everybody. What's up, the Ricky Elliott? What's up, 420 Artists? What's up, Jen the Fierce? Guys, I'm stoked. I'm happy to be here. As always, I'm happy to be here with y'all. We're going to have fun today. We're talking about some badass, powerful women in movies. Because you know why? We should literally talk about women in movies half of the time. You know why I make this? It's a simple calculus, as Thanos would say. You realize that women are like 51%, like greater than 50% of the human population. And why aren't we not talking about women in movies half of the time? There is no limiting factor by virtue of being a woman in making movies. Guys, this is a stat that always blows my mind. It blows my mind right out my ear holes. Out of all of the time someone was nominated for Best Cinematography, for an Oscar for Best Cinematography in the last, like, I don't know, 900 years, however millions of years old.
500 million years, man. 500 million years. I've been around 500 million years, and there have been 5 nominees for Best Cinematographer every single year at the Oscars. 5 nominees for Best Cinematographer at the Oscars every single year for like 89 years or whatever, however many millions of years the Oscars is, and only one of them ever nominated is a woman. Wrap your mind around that. I've seen so many things, but I've never seen anything so mathematically impossible than that.
I totally concur with the rock bottom. That seems to be mathematically. It seems as almost as if it was very that the cards are stacked against you if you're a woman in the film industry, especially cinematography. Guys, some of the greatest photographers and cinematographers on the planet are women, and people just go, and cinematography is just that. I don't understand. My brain cannot put it together. I cannot figure it out. I'm just gonna drink some more coffee. Anyway, guys, welcome. This is the Aristotle Full Throttle program, Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I like to get that in there so that you remember what time to watch and hang out with me. You guys are great. I love you guys. Hanging out with me every day, having fun, just chilling, relaxing, talking about movies, talking about geeky things. And guys, if you're on the Instagram over there, you can donate to the ACLU. We raised so much dollars. We raised ones of dollars for the ACLU the other day when we had our friendly friend guest, Evan Ball, writer and TV film writer. And he's an awesome guy. He's a cool dude. He's got lots of good insight. He was telling us, we were talking about Rogue One the other day on Friday. We get into it about Star Wars over here, so you better watch out. You better ignite your Star Wars brain saber, because we're going to talk about that all the time, probably. Look right over here. There go Princess Leia. No one ever questioned. This is the thing. We're going to get into it today, talk about women in film, and why it's important that we recognize that, hey, what's up, JC Mighty? Thank you for coming back every day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I think I should get a couple more things in there. Okay, guys, you can get merch if you pledge to the Patreon, at least $1 a month. If you go to patreon.com/Aristotle Full Throttle, you can get exclusive access to the Discord. And we can hang out and watch things like The Mandalorian on Fridays. We hang out, we watch TV shows and movies together. We have discussions after hours. What's up, JC Mighty? We're just talking about women in movies and Star Wars and stuff like that, because that's what we like to do over here. Also, giveaway. I'm having a giveaway, guys. You know how hard it is to get a PS5 right now? It's just as hard as it is for me to get to 10,000 subscribers. So I need to get to 10,000 subscribers and or followers on Twitch and or Instagram and or YouTube. And once I do that, guys, I'm gonna get that PS5. I'm gonna give it to you. Some lucky winner. A lucky winner. Here's the requirement. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. And do that as much as you can. Be involved. Be involved in the discussion, and I will recognize you, the lucky winner that I choose. And you'll get a PS5. Maybe I'll do a drawing. I'll get the 5 most involved people. Maybe the 10 most involved people on this channel, and I'll pull a name out of a hat. I shall cross your palm with silver. This palm or this one. You know what? You know what, though? Hey, everybody. I'm gonna crush both palms across your face, upside your head. You come walking the wrong way, sideways to me, looking at me sideways, out to give me some side eye. I'm gonna give you some side head, upside the head. You heard me with that? I'll give you the malark, and I'm gonna give you key. I'm gonna go ahead and get on that Patreon, subscribe and pledge and support this channel. You can be a part of this channel, quite literally. You get a bobblehead. You get involved in this channel, you get a bobblehead of your own on this channel. If you get recognized by Aristotle Full Throttle as being one of the key players, like Jenna Fierce over here in my elbow, in my malar elbow, right here up on my elbow, there's Jenna Fierce. She's working tireless behind the scenes. Here's the deal. Let me tell you something. Let me just cut to the chase here, Tiger. Now look here, bud. Now take a gander, all right? Right here's the deal, okay? I'm This is no joke, okay? I'm serious. I mean it. I'm serious. You're gonna win this PS5. You participate. You get on Patreon. Jennifer's working tireless, toiling behind the scenes, doing editing videos, making clips on the Twitch. Guys, check out the highlights on the Twitch channel. They're made by Jennifer. Check that out. She just popped up it's an emote. You guys now can emote with an Aristotle Full Throttle Fro. Get some Fro points. Get some Fro points. Get her going. Grow that Fro. That's what we're gonna say. Grow that Fro. Kind of like, it's kind of like that show, Extreme Makeover Home Edition. You know what I mean? We're gonna say, move that bus. Dumbest catchphrase in the TV history. Move that bus. But we're gonna make an even dumber one. Grow that Fro. Grow that Fro. I mean it. I'm serious. I really do mean it. I'll take you behind the school bus and I'll teach you some mathematics. I'll tell you what 1 + 1 is. Put up your dukes. I'll give you 2, 3, 4, 5. Play speed bag on your gullet. You know what I mean? All right, we had enough of you, Biden. We're gonna have enough of you for the next 4 years or 2.5 weeks. Listen, Biden is old. He's an old man. I'm glad that he has beaten the old man in the White House currently, but he is old man. He's an old guy. You called me old. What did I say? There was someone around here talking? No, nobody mentioned. No, somebody. Look, buddy, here's the deal. I don't take no malarkey. I'm serious. I'm gonna give you five, a change for 5 right here, my left hand. I think he's threatening me. That's a not so veiled threat. Guys, excited. All right, we got all the business out the way. Now let's talk about Princess Leia. Now there's people like this in movies, right? Where she's like, never once did you ever question in your life that, oh, that's a lady. You just were like, oh, she's a badass. See, there's something going on where people think ahead of time. There's a preconceived notion where people go, they think, well, you know, we don't want to cast a lady because when we cast a lady, nobody questioned when Ripley walked out there with the flamethrower. Nobody questioned that. They were just like, that's a badass right there. So the perception is mangled, mostly, except for like 2 people. You've never seen that before. These movies are 100 years old. There's a little speck on the lens. I'm going to get the speck on the lens. Movies are 100 years old, 120 years old. Movies, right? And you've never seen it before. Never seen it before 2 years ago. Isn't that insane? Doesn't that blow your damn mind? That a cast of 12 black people in a $200 million movie. Same thing with women. You see it from time to time, and it's because people don't understand the proof of concept. You got to see it first. People got to see it to believe it. So when but there's so many great examples of famous women, powerful women throughout history. Eleanor Roosevelt. You got Harriet Tubman. I was going to say Harriet Hubman. Harriet Tubman. Powerful women, leaders that we've somehow, I don't know, we just don't recognize them the way we should. Clarice Starling, that's a great example. She starts out as a student and then becomes the master by the end. That's a good one. I do like Silence of the Lambs. That is my favorite. That's my favorite. All right, here we go. Let me just make sure we could see all of what you wrote. Cool. Guys, I'm still kind of working out these little things here. Oh, I almost spilled my coffee all over my lap. That would have been disastrous and hilarious. What? Jen the Fierce, why haven't you seen Silence of the Lambs? Is it too scary for you? Do I creep you out? I just want to have some tea with you. I just want to have a room with a view. Is it that I'm too creepy? Who said I'm creepy? Nobody. Can you believe that she thinks... You know, I'll tell you this. Clarice Starling was a formidable opponent for me. She was the only one who I could contend with. Tatiana! Tatiana is here. Tatiana, oh no! She is the only one that I can contend with. Tatiana will intellectually scrub me off the screen. Ah, where am I going? Where am I? Oh no! Oh no! What a world! What a world! Uh-oh. Tatiana, you melted Hannibal Lecter. You melted him into nothingness. I just spent the last hour and a half on the phone with PayPal. Oh, looked at my clock. It's Eureka. It's AFT time. It's time. All right. Well, I did spill my coffee. It's time to spill your coffee all over yourself. All right. Yeah. Oh, let me just clean this coffee up. Bring whatever you like and we'll spill it. It's AFT time. There should be a song for AFT time. I need to get some set audio triggers. Guys, there's a way to do that. I'm going to figure that out, Jen. Jen has been helping. Let me just say, speaking of powerful women, Jen has been supporting this channel on multiple levels. I would not be able to do this the way that I do it. And it's going to get better, I promise. If it weren't for Jen making sure everything was working. She's like in there with the gears, like making things work. I'm getting caught up in the gears. My fro gets caught and stuck. And then sometimes I'm like that Charlie Chaplin scene where he's going through the gears of the machine and I just get spit out the other end. Jen is GOAT. I agree. Jen is the GOAT. But this is how the show keeps going. I just make no mistake. The reason the show is functional is because Jen is like making sure that all the things are working. And I'm just here to be silly. I'm just here to be fun and have a good time with y'all because you're all special and fun. You're all my favorites. You're all my favorites. You ever You're all the... Well, Baby Yoda's my favorite. Oh no. I gotta get a new stand. It's gonna fall off. Hang on a second. No, I got it. I fixed it. Baby Yoda's fixing it for me. All right, guys. But there's so many. Clarice Starling. That's a great question you have there, Jen, about Clarice Starling being the strong female lead. I'd have to say that, yeah, she's strong because there's part of her where she's a student and she's just learning. And I think that because there's a really good cognizant... Jonathan Demme, the director of that movie, Silence of the Lambs, the adaptation of the Thomas Harris book by the same name, he was very cognizant of how women and people are treated. He himself being a gay man, also really a champion for people who are marginalized in society. And he deliberately, in the movie Silence of the Lambs, shows Clarice's perspective. And also to give credit to Thomas Harris. Thomas Harris, the author of the book, was very specific about how people would look at her and how she felt in those situations as being this FBI student, becoming an FBI agent, and how it's mostly dominated by men, and how she is perceived by those men in that situation. And I found that enlightening as a child, actually. I was like, oh, there's real things going on. She's having a real experience. And I think because she was the one who was able to put everything together, she was the one who was able to outsmart and figure out Hannibal Lecter's puzzles that he kept giving her, that she was ultimately the hero, the champion of it. And of course, spoiler alert, in the end, Hannibal Lecter gets away. He gets away. It's great. Spoiler alert. But he's also kind of an anti-hero of the situation. Sort of. He's sort of the anti-hero of the movie. He's definitely not the villain. That's another question. Is Hannibal Lecter the villain of The Silence of the Lambs? I don't know. I really do think he is the nemesis. Star Trek Nemesis. Do you ever see that one? You can skip it. Guys, thank you for being here. I just learned today that the Star Wars Lego Holiday Special is out. And if you want to watch a holiday special that I did, my friend Oliver, uh-oh, there's a Wookiee in here. There's a Wookiee. Come here, Wookiee. Come here, Wookiee. Come here. More of an Ewok, if you ask me. This is an Ewok. He's just a guard Ewok. He's making sure that there's nobody at the door. Listen, We were just talking about the Star Wars holiday special that we did on the Aristotle Full Throttle program. Me and Oliver Williams, we did the Star Wars holiday special. We did a live commentary of it a few years ago. And it is up on the channel, and you should go... You know, Oliver told me the other day, you should remove the word should from your dictionary, from your vocabulary, and from your dictionary. Just cross it out. If you remove the word should, go ahead and watch that. The Star Wars holiday special. Watch along with me and Oliver Williams joking about it. Hashtag Hearth Vader. All right, check this out. This is a real, I just got this in the mail. And it's a beard extension. Just goes right up under here. And then you just keep it here. And it keeps your beard warm. Look at this guy. I mean, come on. Yeah, we're talking about you, Q. This guy, he's gonna stay here. What do you think? This is a cheap shot. This is real cheap. Let's see what Queen Bee has to say about this. Ooh, this is... I bestow upon you. I am the all-powerful. I am the all-knowing. I'm the omnipresent. I'm the multi-platinum Queen Bee goddess. I will tell you one thing. That dog sure is cute. It is the cutest. He is the cutest dog I ever seen in the whole galaxy. Woo! Oh wow, that is what? Wait. Do not bark. Look, sometimes they malfunction. Sometimes you want to give them a. Sometimes, hey, let's have a discussion, okay, buddy? I've got to talk to people. And then the people got to hear what I'm saying. And listen, I live right by the front door. And if people walk by the front door, you're gonna hear them all the time. So at some point, you're gonna have to just realize that it's gonna happen every 15 minutes for your whole existence here. We're talking it out, guys. So just so you know. Just so you know, Baby Yoda's way cuter than you, bro. He's way cute. Look he's upstaging you, literally. He's downstaging. You're upstaging him. Nobody thinks. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. What an ugly critter. What do you call this Earth thing? Is this something from Earth? What is this? If I was an alien and I came to Earth and I saw this, I'd be like, what is this hideous being? This is the opposite of cute. And then I'd say, look how cute this is. There's a film called Antonio's Line that is incredibly existential, but also full of powerful women on display in a way that doesn't happen often in film. It truly doesn't happen often in film. And you know what? It should happen probably about half the time. But most of the time, movies that get greenlit in Hollywood are by dudes. And I don't know why that is. I would like to see some more diversity in storytelling. All of the stories that we've kind of grown accustomed to identifying with are stories that are from the first-hand point of view of dudes, particularly in American society, white dudes. This is the story that we're accustomed to seeing. You know, I love Marvel. I really do love Marvel. And Thursday, if Ange, you're watching this, chime in on Thursday because we're going to have DCEU trivia. Because last week we had Marvel trivia. I really do love Marvel, Avengers, Endgame. And everybody on the poster. Here, let's go pull that up. Endgame Marvel poster. I don't know why I just didn't write Avengers Endgame. And here's the thing. Here's the deal. Love this movie. Thought it was great. Really enjoyed it. But I was like, have we... This poster features Okoye a little bit more dominantly. But there was the one that I saw... and Tone joined in. But stuff like this is interesting to me because if you're a little kid and you're looking at a poster that's a banner poster for Avengers Endgame. And you see, yeah, let's blow this up. I remember driving past this going, this movie made like $2 billion or something like that. Something ridiculous in the movie theater. And let's move that over. And on this poster, here we go, you've got, now just take a good look at this poster. Not that we're counting, not that we're tallying, but when you're a kid and you're watching these things, you're saying, okay, so white dude, white dude, white dude, white dude, white lady, white lady, white dude, outside of the mech suit, and white dude inside of the mech suit, and then you go, blue lady who's really played by a white lady, and then Okoye, Okoye, very tiny, from Black Panther, and War Machine, very tiny, and Raccoon, bigger than Okoye, movie that made $2 billion, and I was like, are we really? Did we really overcome? Did we really achieve equality here? Which is just very funny to me. So again, to reiterate, this is a poster of mostly white dudes and a raccoon, and then maybe literally only two people of color on there. And I'm like, well, the stats are in, ladies and gentlemen. The stats are in. Yeah, that's a really, really great point, Jen the Fierce. I started following Gina Davis on Twitter after you mentioned that the test she created for female characters. Yes, it's the Bechdel test, and I'm not sure if she created it, but I know that she champions it. The Bechdel test, guys, dig this. Speaking of powerful, strong female characters in movies, if you're ever watching a movie and the two female characters are ever talking to one another, first of all, that's actually, oh, this movie is maybe passing the Bechdel test because there are two women talking to each other. But if they are talking to each other about the male lead, and that's it, they only talk to the male lead, they only exist in the orbit of the male lead, they only talk to one another about the male lead, then they have failed the Bechdel test. Let's look that up, actually. Let's look up the requirements for the Bechdel test. Now, this is a really funny test. The Bechdel test, also known as Bechdel-Wallace test, is a measure of the representation of women in fiction. It asks whether a work features at least two women who talk to each other about something other than a man. Because it's really, really difficult to find that. It's really difficult. The requirement that the two women must be named is sometimes added. Sometimes the women don't even have a name, but they just talk about the man. Now, this is what men, I guess, imagine. Most men, I suppose. They're like, women, they're all talking about me when I'm not around. Am I right? Dad, you crazy? You got your mind if you thinking I'm talking about you? We ain't talking about you. We ain't even talking about you one bit. That's like super duper crazy, you know what I mean? Yeah, we ain't talking about you ever. Wait a second, Megan Thee Stallion? Yeah, Cardi B? I just gave you a name. That's my name. Yeah. What about, what's up? We talking about him though. Oh yeah, screw that guy. Let's not talk about him. But we are talking about him. Uh-oh, we're failing the Bechdel test. Yeah. Oh, we're right. Hey Cardi, where you going after this? I'm gonna go to House of Pies. I'm gonna get pie. I'm gonna get a whole pie. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah. You want some pie? Yeah. You like, what kind of flavor pie you like? I don't know. I like pecan pie. Pecan pie is good. Peach pie is good. Cherry pie is good. What kind of pies y'all like out there? Name your pie. Drop your pie in the comments. Yeah. See, we didn't talk about him the whole time. We just talked about pies. Oh, cool. Thank you. They almost failed the Bechdel test. I almost failed them at it. I almost failed the Bechdel test. The Aristotle Full Throttle Show. Kanye, Chardonnay, Chardonnay. What did you think about that? Oh, Chardonnay does not like it. Chardonnay does not approve. But guys, everyone should read the Wikipedia article. Good stuff. Yes, let's put a link to that in here. I'll put a link to that in the Discord right now. I'm gonna go do that while we're talking on the air. But I'll tell you, some of the things that when I was growing up, I never questioned Bruce Dickinson. I never questioned anybody. When it was like Thelma and Louise, when you had Ripley, when you had people like that, I was just like, oh, cool. They are cool. So I think it's really a branding thing when it comes down to it, the problem. The major problem is they just don't know how to write good female characters. The best part about the movie Alien, the first Alien movie, the one with Alien, was that none of the characters had a gender in the script. They were just the names. So look, Alien. So if you look at the script, let's see, by Dan O'Banion and Ronald. Let's see, you break it down. Character names, they're all just Ripley, Ash. Here, let's just go to IMDb. Now that was so intentional because they didn't want that to have anything to do with how we thought. So here are the characters in the movie Alien. As written in the script, none of them have a first name. It's just Dallas, Ripley, Lambert, Brett, Kane, Ash, Parker, Alien. Alien, that was a giveaway though. We all knew who the alien was. We didn't even have to ask them what their first name. What's your first name? Kevin? Kevin Alien? You the alien. I could tell. Hey.
Hey, Ripley.
Yeah.
Could you just keep it like 100 with me, okay?
What do you mean?
Just keep it like 100 with me. Did you know it was me if I took off these sunglasses, would you know it was me?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because you're an alien. You're a xenomorph.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just totally tell. I mean, look at you. You're completely alien to me.
Why do you have a strawberry on your gun?
It's a flamethrower. I always liked the movie Alien too, because Alien as well, because the whole idea is it's alien. It's not about the alien. It's just all very alien. You know what I mean? Sorta. Maybe you don't. Maybe I'm not explaining myself correctly. Here. Oh, the voice in the video is sync on YouTube. Maybe it's just my connection. Twitch isn't out of sync. Okay, so I don't know. I'm not sure. There's lots of technical issues that I've been dealing with, but thankfully Jen and Jake, they sent me an Ethernet cable where I patched directly, and I can notice there's a noticeably quicker load time for pages on the internet, which is night and day. Night and day. Thank you very much. Female comic book characters have come a long way since you were a kid. That's true. That's true. Yeah, when I was a kid, female comic book characters, I feel like there was Storm. I can't really think. There was maybe Jean Grey. There's Rogue. I liked them, but I felt going out of sync. Okay, interesting. Well, let me see if I can close down any other things that are using up my internet, and then maybe that'll help us. If not, God help us all. They're mostly walking boobs. Yeah, okay, that's what I was gonna say, but I didn't say it. So, walking, yeah. What do you guys think about the Mandalorian? Now, the Mandalorian has new characters. It's got Bo-Katan, played by Katie Sackhoff. She's playing, I think it's super cool that she's actually playing the live action character of Bo-Katan after she was doing the voice for the for the cartoon for the years or however many decades she did that. And I thought that was pretty cool that they cast her in the role, because I find her to be sci-fi royalty, especially after watching Battlestar Galactica. If you haven't seen Battlestar Galactica, interesting role reversal in that, because she plays Starbuck, Katie Sackhoff that is, and Starbuck in the original Battlestar Galactica was played by a man. Now they did the similar thing that they did in Alien, which is they just degenderized the character and they said, hey, let's... And then Katie Sackhoff had a big part in saying, hey, you don't have to just make me a 10B badass and feminine and a woman and all of these things. Whereas the first few episodes of the first season of Battlestar Galactica, Katie Sackhoff was definitely kind of like the tough guy. She was a tough guy, but she grew her hair long and was like, look, I can be feminine and also be powerful and strong. And that's what was really cool, because Katie Sackhoff is she's a boss. She's a boss, and I'm glad that she's back on TV, live action, in an epic space series, because that's where she belongs. We all love Katie Sackhoff. She's such a hero to the nerds, guys. She's such a fan of her own series that she's in. She's a fan of the lore. How cool is that? You get to be inside the movie. You get to be inside the TV show. Now that's pretty neat. If you're a fan, if I could ask for anything, if I were to get a role in a movie or a TV show, it would definitely, I'd want to be an alien or something. I would want to be an alien type of person. I would like to be in a sci-fi show, because that's what I like. I like it. I like it a lot. Hey, Ange, welcome. We were just talking about you because we were saying how much you loved Marvel, and we were letting everyone know how much you love Marvel, and we were like, Ange will never stop going on and on about Marvel. And she actually watched the trailer for Justice League, the Snyder Cut today, and she was like, I hate this. This is terrible. Tiana, Ange, and myself, delighting in the curly hairedness of the Aristotle Full Throttle show. No, but Thursday we're going to have a DCEU trivia contest, so bring your bingo cards. Sharpen your DC pencil. She was a really impressive character in that movie. Yeah, this is a puppy. This is a puppy, but don't get too attached, because this is the 5th one I've had today. He's a snack. I just eat him. I just eat this puppy. I'll eat this puppy live on the air. By the end of the show today, I'm going to swallow this puppy whole. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned for it. Curly hairs unite, but also don't get too tangled. That's what I agree with you, Tatiana Wilkinson. Thank you, guys. This is a great discussion. I really do like when there are characters in movies that we don't usually see. Maybe one day we could talk about all the different types of characters that you don't usually see. But when I say characters in movies that you don't usually see, I'm talking about powerful women in movies, which is weird, because why wouldn't you usually see that when women are half of the people? Out of the people, women are half, but a little bit more. So I don't know why we don't do that. Gamora is a strong lady, yes. I love when Gamora kicks Star-Lord in the star nuts, and she's like, you don't know me. That was good. It was between him or a tree. That was according to Nebula. That's a great line. Gamora is great. I do like Gamora. She was independent. She definitely was beating up Star-Lord, and Star-Lord did not want to admit that he was going to win, that he was going to lose to her in the first Guardians of the Galaxy. She was just trying to steal the orb from him. But then they both got shocked, I think. Someone had to come in there and break it up. I'm interested in seeing Gamora's arc in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie. By the way, the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie is done. The script, that is, not the production. They're putting the production into place. James Gunn said that he's finished with the script. He's got the arc, and I think the arc is mainly going to be Gamora, and how are they going to bring Gamora back? How is she going to come back into the fold? This is essentially a different Gamora, the real Gamora, the Gamora that we all fell in love with, who was an alternate Gamora. We're going to get Mora Gamora in the next one. And I cannot wait. I can't wait. She's good. And Dominicana, so cheers to that. She green, though. She a little too green. But that's okay. It don't matter what color you are. You could be... Don't tell Baby Yoda I said that. That I, hey, Baby Yoda. What you got to say about this whole thing? Is Baby Yoda a boy or a girl? We don't know. I always wanted to be yellow. I was her for Halloween for like 5 years. That's so funny, Edge, that you say that, because I was the Terminator as a kid. I was the Terminator probably every year that the Terminator was around. I was the Terminator every single year, almost. Yeah. I had a leather jacket and everything. It was great. Now, interestingly, the Yellow Power Ranger. Oh, yeah, the Yellow Power Ranger is good. Because you always wanted to be the yellow. Because I was like, the yellow Starburst, that one's pretty good. Everybody, let me know your favorite Starburst. Hey, everyone on Instagram, remember, you can always donate to the ACLU on whatever platform you're watching. And, my favorite Starburst is the passion fruit. But nobody asked me, but, I figured I'd try to kick up the show a notch. I like the tropical flavors. Does anybody like the strawberry one, the pink one? The pink one seems kind of, sometimes it's gross, Cherry. I like the orange one.
I like the limestone one.
Hey, everyone. Nice to see you, everyone. Hey, I like the brandy whiskey passion vodka one. But Batman, that's not even the flavor. I just invented it. I am Batman. I have all of the tools to create whatever flavor I need. Hello, Ebony Speaks on Instagram. Yes, nice to see you. I like the frozen ones. I can freeze anything, Yeah, I knew that. But I can't, it's kind of hard to freeze vodka, though. Its freezing point is very, very, very low. Yeah. That's why you keep it in the freezer, to keep it cold. Yeah, but, if you bring it to my... Are you talking about your Austrian-themed Mexican frozen food restaurant? Yeah. What are you going to do? Well, basically, I could freeze your broccoli. I could freeze your carrots. I could freeze your peas. I could freeze your bananas. What kind of dish are you deciding to make there? Batman, why are you still wearing that hat? Come on! Thanksgiving is next week, so it's 5 o'clock somewhere. That doesn't explain your hat. It doesn't need to explain. I wear a utility belt and a utility buckle on my hat. I can freeze your peas and your carrots and your sugar snap peas. There's a lot of peas. Yeah. And your string beans and your cauliflower. And your, I'm assuming you can freeze just about anything. Yeah. Hey, Ange. Yeah, that's my main storyline, but the side storyline was that I would freeze peas and carrots for people as a job. And I would work in a packaging plant. And then I would, ship everything out. Well, you better shape up or ship out yourself. Wowzers. That guy, he's got a plan. I don't know if that plan will work. You know, I kind of identify with Mr. Freeze sometimes because I'm like, I don't know what I could do with these freezing powers. What can I do with these powers of freezing? I say that metaphorically because I do a show, because this is what I do. I joke around, I do characters, and I play guitar and the bass. Soon to be drums also. By the way, guys, I'm going to install this game at some point this week, maybe early next week. I'm going to install this game, and we are going to play. This is from Jake A. He sent it, and we're going to play this game together. We're going to see how good I can get at guitar, because right now I'm only at a level at which is acceptable on a professional level. So I would like to be able to play jazz by the end of it. Why am I frozen? There I am. Cool. I would like to be able to play jazz, just so you can also, people are like making really great suggestions. If you would like to make a suggestion for the next piece of clothing, because it is getting cooler out, so sweaters and sweatpants and sweatshirts are probably in order. So I will come up with, if there are catchphrases from this show, I don't know what they are. Good golly? Maybe. We'll put that on a shirt. My guitar joke. I don't even register the jokes. Yeah, I'm not sure there are any jokes on this show. I mean, because I haven't been laughing ever. If he's joking, then it's that I'm smoking. Yeah, but you know, you and me, Tatiana, we're both rolling our eyes. My eyes have rolled into my head so many times that you could pick a. I look like a slot machine. You could stick my face in a pile of sugar and I'll spin some cotton candy. Then my eyes keep rolling. I'm saying you could put a flatbed on my head and I'll be able to cart around. I'll be like the wheels of a flatbed. My eyes keep spinning. Metaphors, you know what I'm saying? Seth Rogen, you're mean. I'm gonna sick this vicious dog on you. This dog is gonna come after you, Seth Rogen. He's gonna eat your face, and then I'm gonna swallow the puppy whole at some point. I'll swallow this dog. Guys, this is just, listen, don't get too attached. I already ate 4 or 5 of these for breakfast. Watch out. And your little dog too. We got an AFT emote. Thank you, Jen, for making that happen. How cool is that? How cool is that? I find it. Yeah. How cool is that? What do you mean? Yeah. How cold is that? Don't you mean how cool is that? Yeah, no, how cold is that? Room temperature? No. Horchata. How cool is that? That, my friend, is 43.7 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty cool. That's my cutoff. I won't run outside and below 45. But guys, there's so many powerful women. Did you guys see The Witch? Look at this. There goes Ripley. I find it's very strange that there aren't more. I think that we're onto it. I think we're going to move forward into the future and find out that there are more stories than just from the perspective of one type of person. And I'm interested in seeing those. I think that the problem is, it's twofold. It's that there's a lot of people who are being told in their life that, hey, you can do anything you want. And in our society, If you look like me, it's a little bit more challenging. If you're a woman and you look like me, it's the most challenging. So we got to recognize that. We got to understand that. We got to accept that as a part of reality and then actively work against it. So, because it's hard enough to just be like, it's hard enough to just pretend like everything is equal, because it's not. People who get, like I said, there are 9 Star Wars Skywalker movies plus 4 side movies. No, wait, how many side movies? 2 side movies. Rogue One and the other one, Solo. All directed by white dudes. And does that have to be that way? No. A woman with a beard. Yeah, if there's a woman who looks like me, she's going to have challenges. First of all, she could be looking like me. And I don't wish that upon anybody. All right? So if she's looking like me and she got a beard, this beard, by the way, full on. You guys remember when look at that. Yes. Emotes. We're growing throw points here. We're getting throw points. Remember when I started this beard in like May? It's weird though. Let me just tell you a little bit. Let me let you in on a little bit of secret of this beard. What is the secret? People ask me. Never ask me that. They'd say, "What's the secret?" And I said, "You know, you don't shave." But the problem is, I've got curly hair, so it just keeps curling back into my face. So this beard is like, it's actually 10 feet long, but it's just curled up in a knot right now. Grow that fro. Grow that fro. That's what we say. That's going to be the shirt. Guys, I went to the dentist today. I got a new tooth. Did you see it? I got a new one. Brand new. Hot off the presses. They installed it in my head. And now I can masticate properly. I don't know what I was doing wrong before. My fro is currently gaining hang time, so it's not fluffy anymore. And fluff up the fro before you go.
And what? Wait a second. Wait just a hot minute. And please put down your. We all need to have fros. This is the admission to the club. The Aristotle Full Throttle Club requires that you have a fro. You know, when I was a young man, before I became a Robocoptopus, I was a young man, and I got a perm. Listen, I got a perm or two. I did. It was the late 70s. It was the early 80s. I would get a perm just so I could have a fro. But now I don't have any hair. I got a helmet. But if I had a fro, it would be a mean fro. Let me tell you that. What is that sound? Where's Kevin's sore elbow? Please put down your. I need to get a fro. Wait a second. Is that Ed Sheeran 209?
Thank you. Okay, guys. What else do we got going on in the news? Oh, we didn't even check in with our friend.
Hey, everybody. This is the Carl Weathers. Wait. Hold on a second. This is the Carl Weathers Predator Weathers Report featuring the Jackson action. I've been in many movies, most of them Rocky movies, and a Predator movie. There should be more Predators with me in them, if you ask me. You have a pic with Chris Pratt, but that pic is probably worth millions of dollars by now, because Chris Pratt, that guy is he's kind of a nut. I'm going to say it. He's kind of nuts. Chris Pratt is hilarious in movies, but kind of nuts in real life. The opposite of me. I'm crazy all the time. Anyway, looks like, hey, Cardi B, tell us what's going to be in the Happy Gilmore forecast.
Oh, let me tell you something right now. There's gonna be a chance of showers.
Oh, I see that you pulled up a movie poster that was made by Oliver Williams about my failed action hero career. Now, as you know, I was in the movie Action Jackson, which failed. It was supposed to be a franchise about me being an action hero, but it didn't take off. Maybe because I was in that movie, Carl Weathers, AccuPredator Weathers Forecast, and the Happy Gilmore Radar, and Cardi B.
I don't even know what's going on most of the time, but I appreciate you guys being here for it. I do not envy Jen for having to whittle these episodes down to something intelligible, but hey, good luck. I mean that facetiously. I also mean that with gratitude, because you guys have been, look at that. We've got the emotes going on in the chats, which is amazing to me. It's crazy to me that the show is taking a new level of professionalism. And thank you to Jen, thank you to Jake A, and for working behind the scenes tirelessly, creating what I believe one day will be a network not unlike Fox News, except, you know, for good, not evil. You know what I mean? And I think that people can all use this platform for their own use. They can all use this platform to do their own types of shows and gaming and fun. And maybe there'll be other shows on this channel. You know, what do they call that? Like a sort of a main channel, but has sub channels. I don't know why I've got aliens going on here. Let's put her in the middle there. But hopefully one day, once we get this all sorted out and get it going, you know, the trick is get people watching. So later this week, people love to watch gaming. They like to be vicarious gamers. I'm going to test my skills at guitar by finally installing this game that Jake so graciously gave to the show as part of the entertainment, part of the segment. And we're going to be playing the games. I'm going to test your skills at guitar. Now, I have a bone to pick with that because often I get frustrated with games like that where you have to play along to a video game because sometimes the timing is not right, and if you're trained as a musician, you're trained to be on the beat. You're trained to be on the beat, you know what I mean? And sometimes the games, if they're not calibrated correctly, you're off. And you're like, why is this game not... People who don't play musical instruments are often better at me at musical games because of the calibration of the system. Because they're playing with their eyes, not their ears. They're looking at the screen and hitting the pads on the drums when they see the little bar hit. They're not hearing the music and playing the beat. So it's impossible for me to separate that from my brain. But guys, Aaron Brockovich, great real person. Angela Bassett. Yeah, we didn't even mention these. Let's go back and let's mention some of these. I'm going to go back 2 songs, and then we're going to wrap it up. But yeah, Angela Bassett is one of my heroes. She's awesome. She's one of the most incredible people who's ever been on film. She got her groove back and it never left, if you ask me. I'd have to say that Viola Davis is probably one of the greatest actors who have lived. And she had an interesting thing that she said about being a black woman in Hollywood and how people were like, hey, you like the black Meryl Streep. And she was like, how about I'm just Viola Davis? Why Meryl Streep? Why there always got to be the white version and then the black person is the black version of that white person? Why can't there be people who are just individual? I think that that's an interesting thing that is in the zeitgeist of most people in American society and entertainment. We think that there's the version, we think that there's the main version, which has to be the white person, and then the alternate version of the white person. And why can't Meryl Streep be the white Viola Davis? So I gotta say, Viola Davis, she is proving to be like one of the greatest actors ever. Even though, Ange, even though she was in Suicide Squad. Just saying. Even despite Suicide Squad, she was great. You know, I started watching Birds of Prey. I haven't watched Enola Holmes at all, though. I would like to start watching that. But Bobby Brown, baby Bobby Brown, what's her name? Cindy Bobby Brown, Bobby Brown, Bobby Roberta Brown, baby Bobby Brown. Hey, Ange, if this guy gives you guff, I'll just give him a smack across his throat. You know what I mean? I'm serious. I'll knock this guy silly. I'll punch his curls into outer space. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna just be president of the red states and blue. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give him a 1-2 punch and I'll flat iron his head. You know what I mean? I'm serious. I mean it. That's no joke right there. And you got a compatriot in the president. And I wouldn't listen to anything that this guy has to say because it's quite frankly absurdism. And absurd in a bad way, not in a funny way. I think it's funny. Sometimes I crack myself up. And hopefully you guys are cracking up with me, because that's the whole point of it. Henry Cavill is a great Sherlock. I would imagine Henry Cavill don't count him out. He seems like he just hasn't really landed the role. He landed the role of Superman, which is, you would think, is an amazing role, and I'm glad that he wants to play of Super Guest Needs No Introduction, the David Letterman interview show on Netflix. He interviews Robert Downey Jr., and I have to say something. Robert Downey Jr., he's a privileged dude, man. He's never really had any, obviously he's had some challenges with drug use and challenges with the law, but his life was pretty charmed, and he's Hollywood royalty, and the only person who could have screwed that up was him, and he almost completely did. I'm actually glad that he's wrestled with those demons and come back from it, but I don't know if he's ever had an identifiable life experience with most humans, because he has always been in movies. He's always been on TV. Dude was a cast member for Saturday Night Live with his buddy from Philip Seymour Michael Anthony Hall, Jennifer Jason Thomas, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Anthony Michael Hall Lee. I think that's his name from that. But Giancarlo Esposito, by the way, one of my favorites. I like him. He's got the dark saber in Mandalorian. He was Gus in Breaking Bad, and he was also one of the dudes in the jail cell in the movie Ghostbusters. Here, don't believe me? Like to hear it? Here go. Watch this. This is one of the funniest things when I'm watching the movie Ghostbusters. It's trading places. There you go. There go Eddie Murphy.
Look, 9, 10 cups. Shit out of 10 cups, and that's change my strategy
I
around.
gotta mute it because they'll. Do you remember the scene? Do you guys remember this scene? And he was on Sesame Street. You know who was on? Look, there goes young Giancarlo Esposito. Little kid. Looks very New York. That's what I looked like in the 80s. Except I was not born yet. But that's hilarious now. Because he's a karate man. Look, there goes his acting. Oh, and now he left. I think we've all learned that people got to give Viola Davis her due. Speaking of powerful women in movies, she got a fro just like me and you, Ange, and Tatiana, and everybody else out there who's got a fro. Thank you guys for joining me. This has been fun. We talked nothing. What did we learn today?
I think, weren't you in a movie?
Don't say it.
It wasn't just Aliens, and Alien 3.
Don't say it.
You were in Alien Resurrection, weren't you?
Stop it. I'm going to melt your face right now. Watch out. You just... Whoa! Did you see that? That was a fight. Wow. We learned that Sigourney Weaver was in fact in Alien Resurrection, but we'll forget that. We'll wipe that from our brains with the deneuralizer. Or is it the neuralizer? Who knows? What's going on with her flamethrower?
Hey, Ripley,
What is it?
what's that thing on your flamethrower?
What are you talking about?
It appears there's a strawberry with googly eyes and a tiara attached to your gun.
It's a flamethrower.
Whatever.
Back off.
Okay. Can you just tell us why?
Well, Jake, if you were watching yesterday, you saw that the organic evolution of this. Or you didn't. Well, we're not gonna know. There's no way of knowing. Let's guess, Jake. Why don't we guess what that's about? There is an explanation though. Jen probably knows, but there were very few people watching yesterday. Hopefully there are 5 times as many people watching tomorrow. That's why we do it every single day. We watch this show for our own personal entertainment, and hopefully it's a companion piece to your noodles, your noodle dinner. Speaking of dinner, get ready. I'm gonna swallow this guy whole. Watch out. I'm gonna eat this guy. I've got a brand new tooth. I think I can chew him. I don't even need to chew him. I'll just swallow him whole. Guys, thank you for joining me. I do this every single day, 5 days a week, and we're gonna hang out, all of us, every day. You're all a part of the discussion. You're all beautiful. You're all children of Yoda, of Baby Yoda. Look at this guy. He's gonna make it easy for himself. He's gonna pass out, and then I'll just swallow him. If you see him again, it's not gonna be him. It's gonna be his twin brother. I promise you. This one's just a snack. Thank you guys. I'm Aristotle Full Throttle. You bro with the fro, and I'll see you tomorrow.